Hello everybody and welcome back to Malts and Meeples. I am Petter and today we're going to be playing SpaceShipped. This button shy game from Lucas Gentry, and I was looking at everything I have here. First off, I said that it's going to do a button shy playthrough. So let's talk about the ones that I've already played here. Super Slopes has been streamed. River Wild, just last week, a nice cuppa. We have Numbsters that was streamed. Fishing Lessons and Sprawlopolis. These are all solo games from Button Shy that I have streamed. To be streamed, we have Pentaquark, Count of the Nine Estates, Royal Limited, Ancient Realm, Rove, and Fantasy Form. So, that of course doesn't include today's SpaceShipped. So let's get to the table and play SpaceShipped. Wrong one. Let's see if this is going to work. It is not. You can't see my hand. And you can still see the keyboard. So, let's deactivate. Activate again. I can see my hand. You can't yet, but now you can. So we have our setup here. We have our ship, and I'm going to use the space down below here for cargo. Right now I have room for max 2 cargo. Then we have our planets here. We have our equipment over here, and we have our resources up here. On your turn, or each round, you do the leftmost encounter. So the Groksh Lord, so this is an orbital encounter. A Groksh Lord gives you a choice: lose 2 million two mega credits, which would take me down to 1 mega credit, or receive 2 points of damage. So 1, 2. I'll take 2 points of damage. That's not great, but I have a reason for this. A competitor loses a valuable customer due to a cultural misunderstanding. You may buy any one resource for 3 million. Normally, asteroids here are 2 on this planet. Liquid fuel, and I don't think I have the other one flipped up here, are 3. And then pluranium is 6. Now these are 20 million, or 20 mega credits, so I don't think I can buy that one. I think it has to be one of these. Otherwise, being able to get one of these would be great, because that's how you win the game. You buy 2 of those crystals. And we don't have this one. We're using it as a ship. So I'm going to buy the pluranium for 3. Takes me down there. And now I can do market phase. Well, my market phase is just going to be, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to sell this one to gain 6. I'm going to place it over on that edge of things. That seems right. Leftmost position of the resource row. That matters here in a second. So I've done everything here. I'm going to spend 1 million because I have a rookie crew, so I can repair one shield or one hull. Then comes our rotation. This is going to move into this spot. This one flips, moves up here. Those two slide down. We take that, flip that one over, and slide these down. And so you might be asking, okay, we heard kind of how you win the game. You get enough of these guys. How do you lose the game? Well, we have a bad guy over here. Bad guy is going to rotate every time one of these kicks down. And once it rotates 4 times, it's going to take one of them from the game. Then we'll flip it over, and it can happen 2 more times, or 3 times technically, before we'll lose the game. 2 more times before we lose the game, yeah. So, now we start up here again. A damaged vessel needs critical parts. Receive 2 points of damage. That 1 more point of damage will cause our ship to blow up. To gain a perennium. I don't think that's optional. Let me see what it says. I want to know if that is optional. No, it doesn't seem like it. And so we gain a pluranium. We have room in our hull for that. And then on planet side, a group of Lorfen arms dealers tried to scare you. Lose 1 million or 1 point of damage. Well, you can't take a point of damage, so I'm actually going to do that. Doesn't say I can only do that once per turn. Let's see, what else do we have here? Could spend 16 million to get a giant cargo hull here. Unfortunately, we don't have that. Could spend 2 million to expand our cargo hold. Interesting. So I think that, I'm not sure which one that swaps with. So that may be an extra thing. Well, first things first, I'm going to sell this for 5 million, because that takes us up to 8, and then I'm going to drop down 2 more just to get back up there. Now I can look here and I see, okay, purple's real cheap. Unfortunately, there's no purple out here. 3 million seems on the high end for the asteroids. And we have a couple 6 millions. We have 5 million and 8 million. You know, we're going to buy this one back. So it's like I never sold it. So then, this one ticks up there. Slide down. Long range scanners for 10 million. And this one flips over. So we're going to start now flipping. Next round, we're going to flip over here. Well, of course, it froze, but not too long ago. I caught that pretty quickly. So let's deactivate and activate again. You can see my hand moving. Oh, wrong thing. Well, you can see my hand moving. So here we go. A wealthy business person asks you for a ride. Gain 1 million if we have a less than full hull. We do. Planet side encounter. You may purchase an available ship for the difference in cost between your ship and a new one. Well, mine is free. There's no ships in here anyways, so I can't do anything there. But now I can sell this to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm looking at this. That 3 million isn't bad for the liquid fuel. So 1, 2, 3, and we're maxed there. So I don't have anything else I want to spend on necessarily. Yeah, we're going to stick there. So this closes up. That moves up there. We slide on down. Flip that one over. This one is Dimensional Pocket Generator, 2 million. Oh, so I think some of these spare part ones, maybe they... Curious. This feels like it would just get added to my ship. So probably get added on up here, for example. But let's see what we have here. And we rotate because this was one of those Xeno Crystals. The low-level marauder mistakes you for a criminal and passes you his loot. Gain 1 million, or 1 mega credit. You witness a crime, and the marauders turn on you. 2 damage. I'll spend 2 to heal back up. And then liquid fuel here is 5. I bought it for 3. So I'm going to go all the way up to 10. And then I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to pull both of these out, which I'm realizing might have been a bad call. So I'm only going to pull out one of them. Go back up 2. And I don't want either of those. They're just too expensive. I don't have a spare part up there yet. So we're going to slide on down. We now have a spare part up top, which you can almost see. Those slide over. Expert Navigator costs 5 million. You may skip an entire turn. Now, why might you want to skip an entire turn? Well, let's see what we flip here. A kind-hearted mechanic stops by to offer her repair services for free. Repair 2 points of hull or shield damage. Okay, well, we're maxed. This is now cheaper than it was before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to fill up our hull here, or our cargo. And I'm not going to buy anything else right now. Just hoping for something good. I don't know what's coming up on these cards. I haven't actually played this before. Oh yeah, this should be down to a 2 now. We've had 2 of those. Okay, electrical interference. We receive 2 points of shield damage. So that just means we're at full there. And then we find an opening at the shipyard. We repair hull. I'm not going to repair that. Another 1 million. And I bought that for 6. So those aren't worth it for me to sell. I'm just going to stick where I'm at. Unfortunately, this will then tick that down 1 more. We'll get there in a second. Okay, well, I can at least make a small profit on this one. This turn, and probably grab another asteroid at 1 mil, or 1 mega credit, I should say. But first, you find a cache. Gain the leftmost resource from the resource roll. Okay, that would have been great, but I'm full up. I can't take on anything additional. So I can't purchase ships or equipment this time. We do have a ship here that would be an upgrade. Allow me to hold more cargo, which I think I'll want to purchase that next time, but I can't this time. So I sell this for 7, so that takes me up to 9. And then I'm going to spend 1 to grab another asteroid. At least I know now I'm not going to be rotating this for a little bit. I can buy that one for 8 or that one for 4. But this is perfect timing here because I can now sell for 6. So why don't we instead, we're going to buy this one. That swaps into that spot. When it comes in, we set our shielding at full, and these two now go to the end. Is there anything in here that's cheap? Okay, I can spend another 4 mil to grab these two to start to kind of build up my engine of purchasing and selling. So then I'm going to end, rotate that along, flip this one over. Planetary scanning. It allows us to skip the planetary phase, planet side phase. So over here, an item is confiscated during cargo inspection. I lose 1. I guess I lose 1. I could spend 4 million. Okay, that's actually worth it to me. Spend 1, 2, 3, 4. Go as low as I can, because then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When we get there, and I get to add a free asteroid to my cargo row. Let's buy this one for 6 because it does go higher. It does go up to 8, I believe we saw. Yeah, and I don't care about those ships, so we advance that down the line. I need to start getting more. Okay, we have the big ship here at 16 mil. That's not going to happen. So how I read this is, so this is the one with the damaged vessel. I don't think we have to help anything here because it says if available in the resource row and you have the cargo space. We don't have, probably should take the 2 damage here. Lose 1 mil. Or take a point of damage. I'm going to lose the 1 mil because I'll sell my asteroid back for 3. And spare parts are cheap. I'm going to go $1 million into debt to take both spare parts. So I bought that at 6. I need to sell at 7 or 8. Alright, so this is going to be a nice turn here. I can receive 3 points of damage. Was that 3? I don't know how I want to count this is the thing. Because I was at 3 hull, technically. I'm going to have to get rid of this one. Well, at least I have these. So I can hire a crew member. We have an expert trader. Be a crew card. Okay, so ships have the ship shape, crews have a picture, and then this corresponds with anything else. Okay, so I could hire it for 2 million or 4 million. So I probably will do that because I'll go up 10 million, which will take me to 8. Before I hire him, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So those go back in line. But now I'm swapping him out, and I get a passive 2 million every, or 2 mega credits every round. So we have the full line now, which means I'll shift stuff over in a second. Oh, I would think I've been placing some of these in the wrong spot. These technically go to the front when you sell them. The leftmost side. I always forget that. 2 points of damage. And then a competitor loses a valuable contract. So 1, well, first off, 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3 to get this, which I can then sell for 6. Goes to the leftmost spot. That actually helps me. It buys time. Let me double check that. I want to make sure I'm doing that right. Leftmost position, yeah. And then I'm looking around here. There's nothing else I super want to buy. Could have expanded crew quarters. Cool. I could hire back my rookie crew. I'm not going to do that. I can't afford the big ship, so I'm going to call that good. Means this one moves down here. Those slide over. That goes up there. So I probably rushed myself by about a round. Maybe 2. You enter a short-range wormhole. This turn ends immediately. Skip the planet side and market phase. So there's abilities that allow you to skip that. Okay. Not the end of the world. I'm still in a decent spot. Everything kicks on down. So I can ignore an orbital counter, so that I could ignore that then. Bad waypoint code allows you to... Everything costs 1 more. Great. I can spend 2 million, which reminds me, I should be at 11. So I'll go down to 9 to get fully back up and running. That's fine. I can't do the market. Well, I could do the marketplace stuff, but nothing's worth it. These are solid prices, which means I just gotta move on. Okay. Flip this over. We're at 11 because of that guy. Having the passive income is nice. Very, very, very nice, actually. A wealthy person wants a ride. So that would take us up to 12, plus we need 2 more from him for 14. Spies looking to trade ships. You can pay the difference in cost. There are no ships available. So I'm looking to grab liquid fuel for 3. And spare parts for another 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Unfortunately, now as things rotate, we have that one rotate down. So we're going to rotate 4, 3, 2. I think we should be on 1 now. Okay, so we gain 1 million from this one because we were mistaken for crooks, and we get our passive 2. We had 11. Then over here, we receive, unfortunately, 2 points of damage. Now, I'm looking at what I bought for. I can sell this one, which will slide stuff that way, to gain 5. But this one's not a better price yet. So I don't want to do that. If I had more spare parts in there, I could grab those. Those would be nice to grab at 3 million. But asteroids at 2, I guess. Let's pull both of those out. So we're loading up our cargo bay here, hopefully for a good sale real soon. But I'm also sitting with 2 Xeno Crystals here. Another Xeno Crystal, we will lose that one. So I for sure, first off, I get my 2. I can pay 4 million to keep a resource. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna lose a resource because it doesn't specify, so I'm gonna lose an asteroid. It's not that big a deal for me to lose an asteroid there, especially because you find in abandoned cargo transport, if there's an asteroid in the resource row, I can take it. And I have the cargo space. So I basically ended up in the exact same spot. I'm not going to sell that for an extra 2 million, but I will sell this, sliding these down, for 5, which takes me up to 19. Ooh. Ooh, that's tough. Part of me is like, do I go into debt? I think I do. I think I flip this over. It will be 1 million in the hole, but I'm going to pull out a Xeno Crystal. That will end my round. That moves up there. Still 2 million. Okay, but those are cheap. 5. I, of course, have no money right now. I shouldn't say that. I have 1 million. 3 million for those isn't bad. So I'm going to sell, actually, these 2 to get 1, 2, 3, 4 million, because I can spend I'll spend 5 million or 5 mega credits to buy the pluranium and hope that I made the right call. We move along here. I'm just trying to buy time so that this Xeno doesn't hit, because then we'll lose that Xeno card, and it's not that far after that. And so here I can sell this one, absolutely selling that one for 9, plus the 2 I got from him. I think I missed that last time. I don't remember for sure. So 11. And asteroids are super cheap. So I'm going to go down to 9 and pull out both asteroids there. Oh yeah, and this should be an equipment. I don't care about a ship. Can do advanced shielding. For 6. Let's do that. Because you get advanced shielding, it goes all the way up there. So I am in a really good spot with my ship at this point in time. So we slide these over. Well, that's 3. So I'm going to gain, first off here, receive 2 points of damage to gain a Pluranium. 1, 2. So we have that now. Got that for free. So I could lose 1 mil. I'm going to lose a mil to avoid taking additional damage. Then I sell these 2 for 6 because they're 3 mega credits each. Plus, I can't forget about my 2 passive income. And do I want to... No, I'm not going to do anything with that. But I will buy 1, 2, 3, 4, both spare parts. So this kicks up and over. We move on down. All right. Ooh, I wish I had a liquid fuel right now, but Marauders. I'm going to lose this Pluranium, which is okay. Then I could hire a crew member for cheaper. There is one crew member. It's the one I had before. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to sell my spare parts. Did say leftmost. It feels like it should be rightmost. Because I'm now kind of able to maintain this one not being that close. So I go up to 16. And is there anything I want to buy here? Neither of you are that great. Asteroid's not that great. We're going to leave it as it is because at the start of the turn, I gain 2 there. That one will go down there. Flip that one up. Now is kind of the point where, like you can see, I'm starting to stack the Xeno Crystals, which means if I start to bleed stuff through, for example, like I would want to get liquid fuel here. I don't have any. I want to buy that. I will. 1, 2, 3. And then, oh, but first, lose 2 million or 2 points of damage. We'll take the 2 million. I can buy 1 resource for 3. So 10. I'm going to grab that Pluranium. But now I have those 2 next to each other, which means I have to be on top of it. Then I will actually sell that one for 6 to go up to 16. Call it good there. Rotate that over. And the issue is some of these could be abilities at the top are just nasty too. So interstellar dust clouds damage your instruments. Receive 1 point of damage for each item you buy or sell. That's not going to be fun. Slow day. Repair a hull or shield damage. 1 million for 2 points of damage. Well, I forgot to give myself my 2. So, yeah. We'll bounce it all the way back up top and call it a day there. I'm not going to buy and sell, especially not my parts. Those are not worth me selling. They are here though. So 1, 2, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We maxed that out, which is okay because I'm going to spend 20, taking me all the way back down to 4, I believe, to grab a resource, and I've done it. I have won the game. That is a fun little game. It was fun rotating through everything. I feel like, and I really am reading this right, you may sell resources, not Xeno Crystals, increase your wealth by the price of each resource sold, and place it in the leftmost spot on the resource row. Unless I'm shifting stuff wrong? I am shifting stuff wrong. Okay. That's annoying. I may... To explain what I did wrong, you take from the right side and shift that over here. And then this one goes up to the left side. There's no reason you can't reverse that. So let me demonstrate how I should have been going. And I think that would have made it much more difficult. So this goes here. Those move down. That still goes there. These shift. And that goes there. So it was right. My thought process of I made the game too easy on myself was correct. I'm not going to play it again tonight, but I will probably be revisiting this one again next week. Or on my own, because I did have a lot of fun with it, and it's a nice system. But I'm going to make a change from the rules. And it's not actually a change from the rules, because I just showed you how it shifts. This goes here, this goes here. Well, I'm going to do what I did before, which is this shifts up here, this shifts down here. It'll just be whenever I sell an item, it goes over here. And it froze. Of course it froze. Right at the last moment. One last time. So let me demonstrate again what I was talking about. No. I disabled and re-enabled it. It was like, 14 seconds later. Nah. Activate. You can see my... Oh, and it froze again within like a second. So we might be done without me explaining this, because now it's just freezing for no particularly good reason. Okay, I'm back, theoretically. Let's see if I can get enough time here to demonstrate what I mean. So, just a reminder, new comes in here. This goes over here. How this is set up, there's no reason this just can't be a loop. And whenever you sell an item, it goes on the right side. That way everything will continue to cycle through. You still have the ability to keep the Xeno cards from rotating too much, but you're trying to trap them. I guess you're not really trapping them anywhere, but when one is sitting here, you can load this up more so. But it's the exact same concept. The only difference is that you're placing them on the right side. And it would just make it so much cleaner in terms of an experience, especially when that's the diagram you're going off of, which is just tiny, and it is real goofy. Like, just make it a circle. So much simpler. But there we have it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for checking out this game with me. I'm excited to get this one back to the table and actually play it correctly here, because I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun with the puzzle until at the end it just felt like I was building up everything. In fact, I could have ended that, I think, a couple rounds sooner than what I did. That said, I do think I was probably about the point where it would have been that tipping point. They would have stolen one out of the game, and I would have been just at that point of, can I get that last one? But let me know your thoughts on SpaceShipped down in the comment section below. Is this a button shy game that you enjoy? I had said I thought I would play it again on stream. I don't think I will. I think I'll just find some time in the next couple days to play this one again and experience it. I'm even going to leave everything for it set out on the table. And yeah, it's a good small form factor solo game with interesting choices, but once you get into it, really just a smooth, fast flowing system. And I like these planet cards. I suspect that there is an expansion for SpaceShipped. Let me look it up. I'm curious to see. Is there expansion for SpaceShipped? Because it feels like there probably should be, or is one. More expansions. So there's solo challenges. Okay. There's the collection one. There's lockdown, deaths and damage, out of route, dynasty steal. I wonder if I can track down any of those, just because I'm assuming they add more cards to this rotation. Not that you're necessarily playing with more, but you decide which ones you want to slot in. So with that, thank you again, like I said, so much for watching. Hopefully you had fun with this, even though I did mess it up a little bit. And I'll write up my thoughts on this probably in a few days when I've had that chance to play it some more. I might even stream another game of it tomorrow afternoon. We'll have to see. But if you enjoy this content, you're excited for some of these other button shy solo games, let me know which one I should play next down in the comment section below, and check out the previous ones that I've played. It was a bigger stack than I actually thought I had. And let me know which some of your favorites are. I know this one is a favorite of a lot of people. It's not of mine, but that's because I have two other games that do something very similar that I like better. And if you enjoy this content, want to know when I have more videos coming out, Mondays, 8 p.m. Central Time. I still am figuring out what campaign I'm going to be learning and playing. There's a few different options that I'm really thinking about here, and I just need some time for that, including the Elder Scrolls from Chip Theory Games, which is sitting here, or Dragon Eclipse from Awakened Realms that just showed up. And I shouldn't be too far away from having Iridia, The Paths We Dare Tread, showing up as well. And those are just a few. I have a few others I could consider as well. So that's Mondays. Then on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Central, that's going to be when I continue going through the button shy games, the solo ones that I have. And finally, on Fridays at 9 p.m. Central, my wife and I are playing through Baldur's Gate 3, so join us for that. But with that, bottoms up.